patient, passive, and movement-based player. He loves... Oh my gosh, wait, hold up. Okay, we usually see the Wolf from V. That's why I'm a little bit excited. But I know when V goes to Pittsburgh, he has been testing out this Pyramithra. And the Pyramithra, definitely a good character to have. I mean, I wouldn't complain about that, having that character as a counterpick character on my roster. But looks like Kirito's going to have their work cut out for them. Till getting that small hit here. Yep, you don't want to go in with those dash attacks with Mithra specifically. I know Cosmos likes to spam it, but that dash attack is much less safe than that F-tilt, so...
I'm just going to say he gets away with it because he's Cosmos, and you don't because you're not. So, we'll say Mithra, though, you definitely want to have a little bit of closing speed in order to negotiate what Ken gets to throw at you. Obviously, you don't want him like spamming Hadouken or punishing those jumps in that you like to do if you are Mithra, but man, you cannot be button happy. You need to be a little bit more judicious, especially when Kirito is capable of doing things like that at 105. You're getting sent all the way into the corner. You've got to be just a little bit more careful than that if you're the Pithra. Yeah, indeed. Great DI there on that close jab here. The kicks are coming out, but a spot dodge able to reverse the situation. 142% still on this Mithra, not switching off for a moment. And Ken Masters giving the foot to the face. It don't matter who you are, you're still getting the foot. And now it is going to be the Pyra who winds up coming out. I honestly could not tell for a little bit that was the Pyra. The colors can make things a little bit more confusing, but once you see that unmistakable flame sword, things will definitely start to become clear, especially for Ken, who can just play this game back as much as he can because no more multi-hits to interrupt that focus except for the side B here. Yeah, that sword just kind of floating there. Here, have this hitbox. And Ken got a little bit of a fist of flame in his own right, the Hell Wheel to put him off the stage. Not going to get anything super significant because Ken isn't going to want to go off stage all that much because now if you miss your punish, you're having to work your way out. And even if you are Ken in this game, you don't like being pressured in the corner. Yeah, that's for sure. However, oh my gosh, Ken eating away at this shield. Kirito, this is a huge lead. Not able to get this confirmed though. Again, despite the huge lead we see here, we're seeing a lot of dropped combos here from Kirito. Finally able to clean things up at the ledge, but I really need to tighten up that execution. Yeah, a little bit. Then again, you're getting a lot of value out of this stock. You're sitting at 160. This Ken is incredibly angry and now incredibly dead. That is going to be the first stock taken by V. Kirito, I mean, you got to respect what he's been able to pull out in the face of this character that has been kind of theory crafted to be top one, at least was about a year ago when this character came out. We saw a little bit of it certainly online, but it was a little bit more Pyra-centered just because it wasn't as reactable, and we're seeing the reasons why. I mean, this character is an absolute powerhouse. Yeah, I mean, seriously, Pyra has insane range, insane safety, and very, very strong call-out tools. Deadly combos as well. Insane edge guarding and ledge trapping. As you see that with that F-tilt, V acting like that first stock didn't even happen, only sitting at 46% now. And again, just being a little bit more careful with how he's playing the matchup. V coming through, trying to roll up on Kirito. And I'm wondering, with the Mithra, you're finally getting a little bit of value out of that Nair. You're not just throwing it out willy-nilly. You're doing it with the purpose of hitting this Ken. And he's having to respect it. Now all of a sudden, you see Ken get a little flat-footed. Kirito is going to survive because he didn't tech? Unreal. Oh my gosh. I mean, V went all the way deep for a spike hitbox, and regardless of whether Kirito techs or not in that scenario, he fast fell the dare. Just went too deep in order to recover. Yeah. And actually just kind of died for it. Yeah, that's very unfortunate there for V, who was making a very, very strong rallying comeback here, but maybe that comeback will continue into the next game as Kirito kind of sneaks that game one away.
Despite a very strong start, things were looking pretty tense by the end of that game. So
I will say that lets a little bit of air out of the balloon, and it's generally pretty hard to keep it back in. So
yeah,
it makes you wonder. V is going to have to make this comeback happen one way or another, but he has to realize that the biggest opponent in this point might not even be Kirito. It could very well be himself. Still keeping the recovery on point, but still this Pyra going to have a lot of work to do to make up this deficit, and it will not be happening here.
Yeah, and we saw V kind of stick to the Pyra because that's what was working in those comeback scenarios. However, I think Kirito immediately caught on to that and was just like, I'm not falling for Pyra tricks anymore. I need to force him onto Mythra here, who, despite having a much better neutral than Pyra, is a little bit exploitable off of single hits. So as long as you can read Mythra's positioning, you are able to get some pretty nice momentum here. V, oh boy, sending off stage with that. Ledge trapping continued. I like the double focus there. Oh, kind of messing up an input there, or maybe hard reading a roll, but either way, Kirito continuing the onslaught and the DI mix-up, man. You DI for the Shoryuken and get hit by the procs jab.
Man, second verse, same as the first. We're seeing it here. And with even less of a damage output on him than there was in game number 1, though it certainly could amount to nothing if he's not able to get a little bit more damage. All this extra credit and the extra stock. All you got to do is stand there and let the Pyra come to you. Catch a body. Kirito is going to take it to the tune of 3 stocks. A little sweet chin music from Ken Masters. And you got to think Kirito tuning up the band and could be singing himself a symphony if he's able to make it to losers semis. Yeah,
that's for sure. I mean, that is the hype. That is the hype moment that you need to get back into that set. Continuing back to Pokemon Stadium, despite what looked to be a stage counterpick, we are running it straight back and right back on the Aegis. Not even giving the Wolf a chance here. Perhaps maybe getting some deja vu or some war flashbacks from Amrit, one of the Ken players in Pittsburgh, or perhaps Hollow, another Ken player in the Pittsburgh region. Maybe he just likes Aegis for this matchup, and I believe he can do it, but man, Kirito's callouts are looking quite strong.
I mean, I'm not sure if he likes it for this matchup. I'm pretty sure he's liking it significantly less than he was maybe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue on, and this Aegis, man, again, you're seeing a lot of good things, but Kirito just kind of nullifying it, and again, doing things like double focus, making V question the offense to begin with, and catching V just a little flat-footed so that you can implement your offense. That's the whole thing. If Ken Masters is able to instill just a little bit of doubt in you, you can work wonders for yourself.
Oh, wow!
The same could be said about Pyra. My goodness, the chase down there at the ledge, and Pyra finishing the job.
Yeah, man. I mean, that back throw to dash attack, that is not something that you see too often. So, goodness gracious. Doing a little ventriloquism there as Stu takes the picture for the tweet. I got to shout out that.
Exactly. No, hey, that's how we do it.
All right.
I'm very bad at promoting myself and trying to get better. But either way, these two are trying to up their game as well. And gotta say, from what V has been able to do thus far, it's relatively impressive. I know it's not the game yet. Is Kirito going to make it relatively even at 2 stocks apiece? But still,
oh,
V,
no.
Oh,
yeah, okay, I think he thought that forward throw thrown to get it to knockdown there, but Ken, a pretty heavy boy, kind of hard to hit him into those percentages. The Aegis still spinning, though. I like the decision to stick to Mythra here because your defensive game is so strong. With Mythra, you make it that much stronger. These nairs coming out. Every single nair, okay, except for that one. Kirito has been dropping shield early, so gotta watch out for that landing hitbox. Okay. 55% to 71. Ken can always make these stocks as scary as possible. Oh, that's huge. Yup, great grab there. Hard calling out that focus. Covering the tech roll in consistently Kirito just not giving it to what? Okay, sure.
I mean...
Perish, I guess? Very close to dying for that up smash not working properly, but either way, we chillin'.
I mean,
107.
I guess there is more than one way to skin a cat, but either way, this ain't going to go down quite as easily. One person has the sword to do it, and that is Pyra. Gonna try to leverage that space that you're getting. Indeed, the relatively quick buttons there coming out and decimating the second stock of Kirito.
Oh, man, but that Shoryuken, it is not just a confirm out of some combos. It is a heavy anti-air, and V has to keep that in the back pocket. Continuing this nair pressure that Kirito has not been able to solve as of yet. And even with the foresight, no sir, you are still not punishing that move. Spinaroonie too powerful.
Unreal stuff. What we've been seeing from Kirito thus far, but again, getting the Tatsu punished. Chased down with the grab.
Oh no! That's a huge amount of damage and stage position here. Kirito not able to hold it down, however. V switching back to Mythra, I like the call.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it takes to keep the pressure on. It's not as simple as...
Oh, no.
It's not as simple as Mythra low percentage, Pyra high percentage. There are a few situations that you can get that kill with Mythra, or at the very least.
I like the Flame Nova, but the shield afterwards might spell your doom. Still barely alive. V trying to get up, actually gets past these down tilts here. Kirito not able to secure the stock at the ledge, but perhaps may be able to do so if this Pyra swings errantly or jumps on top of him. Man, you can't give him that jump again. And V is going to fall 0-3 against Kirito, who has just been looking to take that L that he got in winners and bring it all the way back to grands with that kind of gameplay.